Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Adobia. If today is your first time, thank you for coming. Please subscribe to the channel and be part of the family. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Please like, comment, share. So today I'm going to be talking about anxiety. I know it's a very underrated topic. People do not talk about it, but it's a very serious issue and I felt like talking about it today on my channel. So if you want me to do a lot of videos or videos related to this, please let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so I have my notes here and I'll just be telling you what I think can help based on my research and my personal thoughts. I am not a therapist, I am not a medical personnel, and I do not have the concrete solution to your anxiety problems. These are just my suggestions on how to deal with them. So firstly, we need to know what anxiety is. So anxiety is intense, excessive and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. Like, we do worry about situations, but with anxiety it's like you are afraid of every single thing. Like, you are overthinking it. It's persistent, it's excessive. Like, you just think too much, and that is bad. So we do have types of anxiety. We have the generalized anxiety disorders, the panic disorder, the post-traumatic stress disorder, the social anxiety, and obsessive compulsive disorder. We are discussing the generalized anxiety disorder. So it is generally when someone feels worried about everything. Like, you are constantly worried about everything. You are allowed to worry. Worry is part of life. But when you're like worried about everything every day, that we classify that as the generalized anxiety disorder. Like, you are going to write a test. You are worried. Am I going to do well in this test? Am I going to write well? What if I forget my name? What if I forget my index number? What if I leave my pen? Like, that kind of stress, that kind of worrying, that is termed as the generalized anxiety disorder. So according to me, I think the best way you should deal with that type of anxiety is by one of the main things that helps with anxiety is taking deep breaths. It's really necessary to be taking deep breath. So you breathe in, then out. Do that for like 3 to 5 times and you'll be a little more relaxed. But I think the way you can deal with the generalized anxiety disorder is by not worrying about things. Allow things to be the way they will be. There are things we cannot control, so you just have to stop worrying about it. So if you see your brain heading towards that direction, you push your brain back to worry about the most important things and not just ordinary things. You are drinking from a cup and you're like, oh, what if it falls? And what if it doesn't fall? So let's try and think about the positives and think about the positives and not the negatives. And the next is the panic disorder. They experience panic disorder episodes that can lead chest pains, shortness in breathing, and the fear of death. Now, some people have what we call panic attacks. It is caused by anxiety. Someone can be anxious to the sense that their chest starts to hurt. They cannot breathe. Like, they struggle breathing. They feel like they are going to die, and it might not even be caused by something really serious. Some people are afraid of crowds, so when they are in crowds, they feel like, oh God, I'm going to die. Oh, my hand is shaking, my chest. And I personally think with those kind of disorders, you should see a medical personnel, a doctor, a health worker to direct you, or you can listen to podcasts about how to control your anxiety, how to deal with it. You can listen to soothing music, and also breathing. The breathing thing is very important. Like for the basics, you can do therapy online. Nowadays, all you have to do is just search. You can just search and do your therapy. So the next is post-traumatic stress disorder, which is PTSD. That's like one of the most common and the most harmful or the most dangerous or traumatic type of anxiety. It is caused when someone has flashbacks of experiences they've had before. For instance, if someone was raped when she was a child and the person has PTSD, the person tends to think about it when the person is sexually assaulted when she or he was a child. The person tends to think about it and is afraid of every move he or she takes in life. They are scared about everything. They are scared to take new steps. They are scared to meet new people because they are afraid everyone might treat them the way they were treated before. But it's one of the most dangerous one, and with that one, I would recommend going to a therapist because it might lead to other stuff which is not helpful. So if you are going through PTSD, I recommend you see a doctor, a therapist to help you overcome it. Now, one of the most commonest one is social anxiety. Most people with social anxiety come out as introverts. People think they do not like being around people, whilst within them they do. They really want to mingle with people, they want to be free, have friends, but they get anxious when they are in public. Their hands tend to shake, they fumble, they do not know what to say, and it's normal. People would say they are introverts, but actually they are just suffering from social anxiety. So what I think you can do to reduce your social anxiety is by taking baby steps. Firstly, you smile a lot. You have to smile a lot. For people to approach you, you need to smile. And next, you can start interacting with people, not like a crowd taking, like, it's not like talking to a crowd at a time, but you can start with one person. You can start interacting with one person at your own pace. You can increase it to 2, increase it to 3, and with time you will be able to command the whole crowd. And you need to go according to your rate. If you feel like you are going too fast, withdraw. You do not have to push yourself to be amongst people. And last but not the least, the obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, this is having having the obsessive compulsive disorder is having unwanted repeated thoughts or actions. Now, this is something we do not usually classify as anxiety because a lot of people go through it. There would be situations or actions that you would not want to think about, like you do not want them to appear again, but then you just keep on thinking about it. You keep on having thoughts about it, and that is really bad. I personally used to go through it. There are certain things you do not want to think about, but you can think about it, creating different scenarios here and there, and it's not good for your mental health. So I think the best thing you can do is when you feel like you are about to think about that thing, you do things that will prevent you from thinking about it. You can listen to music, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, watch movies, interact with people. That is going to prevent you from thinking about what you do not want to think. And if you think that all those steps that I'm talking about is not helping, you can decide to see a physician, a therapist, whatsoever. This is the few knowledge I have about anxiety. I just wanted you to know about anxiety and some petty ways to deal with them. So in all,